Yo, hey family, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Malakai, a teacher, a mentor, and someone who truly believes that every child has a story worth listening to. Today, we're going to kick off week 1 of our series, and we're starting with a topic that changes everything once you understand it. Behavior is communication. Kids don't always have the words. They don't always know how to explain what they're feeling. So instead, they show us. And once you learn to read their behavior, instead of just reacting to it, everything shifts. So let's get into it. Section 1. Why kids act out. When a child acts out, our first reaction is often to say, "Oh, what's wrong with them?" But the real question is, what's happening inside of them? Kids don't misbehave because they're bad. Guys, we have to stop saying that kids are quote unquote bad. They don't get loud, frustrated, or disrespectful on purpose. Most of the time, they're communicating a need they don't have the words for. Here are some of the main reasons why kids act out. Let's see. Reason number 1, emotional overload. Kids feel big emotions with small tools. Anger, fear, embarrassment, disappointment. Their body goes into overload and they react because they don't know how to express it. Quick story time. I had a kid that I taught who popped me right in my jaw and he busted my lip because he was angry at the fact that I had to change his pull-up. And with that specific kid, his body went into overload and he reacted because he did not know how to express that. Reason number 2. Unmet needs. This could be from hunger to lack of sleep, not enough attention, feeling ignored, or even feeling overwhelmed. A child who is tired or hungry will respond emotionally before they respond logically. We have to remember that they are children and they are still learning how to regulate their emotions. Reason number 3, feeling powerless. Kids are constantly being told what to do. You got to sit down. You got to stand up. You got to be quiet. Stop this. Do that. Stop that. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes acting out is the only way that they feel they can take some control back. Sometimes we can be slow to speak about the behavior and just ready to listen. Reason number 4, stress or trauma. A child who's dealing with grief, divorce, instability at home, bullying, or even just a tough morning, their behavior shows the emotional weight that they're carrying. We should start asking them what the root of the issue is. We have to remember that every problem has a root that needs to be pulled. And reason number 5, development. A 4-year-old is supposed to melt down. A 10-year-old is still learning impulse control. A teenager is trying to figure out their identity, emotions, and boundaries. Sometimes what we call acting out is really just their brain doing what it's supposed to do at that specific age. Section 2. Signs a child needs emotional support. There are kids who don't say, "I need help." They show it. So let's get into the signs. Sign number 1, sudden behavior changes. A normally quiet child becomes aggressive. A social child becomes withdrawn. A student's grades drop, or they start crying more than usual. These are signs that something shifted emotionally. We have to be way more aware of these signs. Sign number 2, clinginess or shutting down. Kids, and I go through this all the time in teaching, but kids who follow you everywhere or kids who go silent and disappear into themselves, both are asking for safety. As an educator, I am also a man of many other hats, and I've learned that with these specific behaviors, they are results to either things that are happening to them or things that are absent from their lives. I have many students with absent fathers, and they respond just like this. Sign number 3, big anger at small things. When a tiny issue triggers a huge reaction, that child is carrying something much heavier underneath the surface. Just ask them, invite them in to express what's going on. Sign number 4, regression. Talking like a baby, bedwetting, acting younger than what they are. That's emotional overwhelm, not immaturity. That's my son, my 5-year-old. He gets really, really whiny and he knows I don't like it, but he gets whiny when he's trying to express, oh, hey, dad, I want you. Oh, hey, I want you to pick me up. Hey, I want you to play Power Rangers with me. Hey, I just want your attention. And so he'll get very, very whiny. And that's his way of expressing. But again, going back to those different ages, I have to remember he's 5. And that's how a 5-year-old is going to express himself. He doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to properly express them with his words. Sign number 5, the overly helpful or perfect kid. Sometimes the quiet, perfect, well-behaved child is the only one who needs emotional support the most. They're trying not to be a burden. They're trying not to disappoint anyone. What may seem annoying to you is simply a silent cry for help. And sign number 6, negative self-talk. Kids will tell you how they feel about themselves. I'm stupid. Nobody likes me. I'm always messing up. When a child speaks like that, they're showing you that their inner world. They're showing you their inner world. It's up to you to reaffirm them, and it's up to you to be the voice that shakes the enemy out of their spirit. Section 3, how adults misinterpret behavior. All right, moment of transparency. This is the part that hurts a little because adults, including me, get this wrong sometimes. We misinterpret behavior because we see the action and not the emotion. Misinterpretation number 1, seeing disrespect instead of emotion. A child says, "Leave me alone," and we hear attitude. But what they're really saying is, "I'm overwhelmed and I don't know how to calm down." Again, I believe that we have to be the ones to discern what and why these actions are taking place. Misinterpretation number 2, taking their behavior personally. Kids aren't trying to attack you. They're reacting to their own feelings, not to you as a person. So please, parents, adults, teachers, mentors, stop taking it personal and give that baby a hug. That hug could shift every negative and unexplainable emotion that that child is feeling. Misinterpretation number 3, expecting adult behavior from children. Guys. We want kids to regulate their emotions, but a lot of adults still struggle with that. Let me say that again. We want kids to regulate their emotions, but a lot of adults still struggle with that. How do you want them to scratch your back, but you can't even reach your own? That'll hit somebody later. Misinterpretation number 4, assuming kids know how to talk about how they feel. Most kids don't know how to say, "I feel embarrassed. I feel unheard. I feel sad." So instead, they throw a pencil, slam a door, talk back, shut down, or they cry. And sometimes as adults, we don't make the space safe enough for them, which is why they react in these aggressive ways. And misinterpretation number 5, labeling instead of listening. When we call a child bad, lazy, dramatic, or hyper, we stop being curious about what they're trying to communicate. Yes, the behavioral issue may be part of why they're reacting the way that they are, but in that, they want something or they're looking to be heard. Every child, no matter the behavior issue or what it may be, is different. We have to remember every child is different, and every child doesn't come with the same emotions or the same behaviors. In section number 4, our final section, tools to handle emotional outbursts. Now, let's talk about real tools. Things you can use right away when a child is overwhelmed. Tool number 1, regulate first, talk second. A child who is upset cannot think clearly. Your calm helps their calm. Lower your voice. Give space. Sit beside them instead of towering over them. Help them breathe. We're so quick to run to beating them, parents, or throwing them in timeout rather than just talking. Let's take a second, because sometimes as adults, we need that calm. We need that regulation first. We need that calm voice. We don't need people yelling at us or hyping us up or making the anxiety worse or the overwhelming feelings worse. Tool number 2, name the feeling. Say things like, it looks like you're feeling frustrated today. Something really upset you. That was a big feeling. I understand. Once a child feels understood, the outbursts start to soften. Tool number 3, offer choices, not control. Instead of saying, calm down, try, do you want a minute alone or take a walk? Do you want to sit at a table or the quiet corner? Giving them choices gives them power, and power brings calm. As I said earlier, sometimes kids act out because they feel like they don't have any power. They feel like they don't have any control. So let's give them different options. Let's allow them to choose. Tool number 4, check in with the body. Ask, where do you feel it in your body? Is your heart fast or is it slow? Is this a small feeling, a medium feeling, or a big feeling? This teaches emotional literacy. We want them to learn early. Tool number 5, create calm routines. A stress ball box, a breathing corner, a 5-minute reset timer, a quiet job that they can do. Predictability builds emotional safety. Some kids genuinely need something to do to get them out of the way, something to put all the negative energy into. I have plenty of kids that way. I have kids who when they're not feeling the best, they want to take walks with me, specifically around the building. So sometimes I'll say, hey, come on, let's go take a walk. Or sometimes they'll say, Mr. Malakai, can I get a book? Sure, go get a book and you go have a seat in your corner. Or Mr. Malakai, can I maybe have 5 minutes to watch something or listen to that song? Sure, let's go in this corner and listen to that song. Some kids love fidgets. Invest in some fidgets. If your children like fidgeting around, get some fidgets for them to fidget with to calm down. We have to do whatever it takes to keep their calm, to show them how to regulate their emotions, to show them that they can put their negative energy into something else. Tool number 6, don't match their energy. They are not grown, y'all. We got to remember, they are children. If they're loud and upset and you get loud too, things get worse. Your calm is the anchor in the room. And tool number 7, reconnect after the outburst. Talk about what happened. Validate the emotion. Teach better choices for next time. Kids, remember the adults who calm with them, not the ones who punish the storm. I will say that again. Kids, remember the adults who calm with them, not the ones who punish the storm. Here's the truth. Kids are not giving us a hard time. They're having a hard time. And when we learn to read their behavior as communication, we stop reacting and we start connecting. Thank you guys for joining me for week 1. Next week, we're diving into building emotional and spiritual safe spaces for kids. So make sure that you tune in. See you next week. And remember, every child is a seed. It just takes someone willing to water them.